to with I5 Freedom Network, and I5 is a nonprofit specialized in disrupting the cycle of human trafficking. And we have agreed on focusing on mostly two parts. The first part being research and benchmarking, so understanding the key growth potentials and marketing demographics for I5. And the second part will be on the student internship part, which we dedicated surveys to prepare I5 for future manpower expansion needs. So starting with the research and benchmarking portion.
So when looking into our benchmarking and our research, we wanted to identify key criteria we wanted to look at for other organizations to kind of tap into the nonprofiting world for anti-human trafficking. And so we focused into funding, social media reputation, and the scope of impact that these organizations could provide. Next slide, please. And so we did that with over 30 organizations, listing them by a sort of the score and how well they scored, and sorting and looking to see the top 5 organizations that we could then identify to then deep dive into these organizations with our own SWOT analysis, but further outreach to really understand their operation and the scope of their success into diving into similar programs that I5 would like to as well. And as a result, we identified these 5 organizations that we believe that could have really successful collaborations in the future with I5. And we also are working to provide a kind of deliverable with the certain scope, SWOT analysis for each of these organizations that we then will provide for I5 alongside the benchmarking study.
Yeah, and moving to the marketing and social media side. So we looked at mostly Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and here's just a summary of some of the best practices that we think I5 should consider moving forward. And most importantly, routing from our benchmarking study, we looked at top social media performers among the human trafficking preventing space, NGO space. And we recognize that there are 6 top most frequent posts that we see the most engagement in, which is legal, news, facts, stories, events, and theme posts. And these are the posts that we recommend I5 to be posting more frequently moving forward. And just an overall summary of our deliverables, we'll be presenting the benchmarking report, the Instagram guide, and also a sample of impact reports. And now moving into the focus group to better understand I5's current marketing performances.
So our group conducted a total of 4 focus group studies, with each group representing different backgrounds, which are people with NGO or design experiences, students, and working adults. And we asked their opinions on I5's website, shop, Instagram, and impact reports. The key insights we got for I5's website design are: the website contains enough information to introduce the organization thoroughly, but the navigation directions are not so clear due to the many menus and sub-menus. Also, our participants think the program information can be more valuable if the website can show more impact and numbers. So our suggestions we came up with are: to adjust the logical sequence of the information and transfer key details from the program overview page to the homepage for immediate visibility of I5's initiatives, and incorporate data about human trafficking to highlight the urgency and impact of I5's words. Moving on to the shop, participants think that the shop is easy to use and navigate, but since there are too many options, the different product types may need to be reorganized. On top of that, our participants show that they want to see more products align with I5's brand and goals. So we suggest that I5 add new product types, such as souvenirs with I5's logo on them, that donors can get after their donations. It can be keychains, stickers. The logo can help retain donors and promote I5's missions. Also, survivor kits, which the donors can purchase, but the kits will be delivered to the survivors for their use. For Instagram, our participants expressed that the page can be more effective in introducing the organization and better connect with human trafficking topics, news, or insights. Some suggested next steps are using more posts to communicate I5's missions and core programs and pin them to the top so that the users can immediately read the post and know what I5 is and what I5 is doing. Also, we suggest I5 to post more information based on the content related to human trafficking industry. And also, the last recommendation is to leverage Reels just to create more compelling videos so that it can captivate the stakeholders.
Yeah, and our focus group attendees also commented on the impact report and felt that it was pretty well organized and very impactful. But they felt that in terms of moving forward, it could be a little bit more clear on what programs I5 provides to understand the objectives and scope of these programs. And in terms of design, it could be a little bit more clear. And we have our condensed data here, more so to show for I5, but this is the condensed data of what each group attendees reacted to each question.
Yeah, and finally, we are aware that I5 faces the issue of not having enough labor. So we researched into the possibility of launching a student internship program for UCLA students. We surveyed close to 100 students, and we found pretty promising results of how not a lot of students previously had NGO internships, but they are mostly very interested in having one. In addition, they are looking to make a difference and also being able to gain field experience through the job.
And yeah, apart from surveys, we also conducted some club interviews as seen on the left, and we mostly focusing on the law and writing clubs and also marketing product. So from the law and writing side, we actually recommend I5 moving forward with some maybe potential collaboration with UCI clubs, as that's what a lot of them are doing, are interested in. Apart from that, a lot of law students are willing to offer their experiences in exchange for essential support hours. In terms of marketing and product, the students are mostly using LinkedIn and Handshake as their source of internship searching, and they actually care a lot more about experience and skill sets apart from than over like the paid of the internship in general.
Yeah, just overall, in summary, from our club outreach and also from the survey, we concluded that students are looking to make a positive impact, develop their skills over an extended period of time. So when looking to launch this internship program, we believe that I5 should focus on achieving these 3 goals for the students. And finally, we created 2 of the sample JDs for I5's reference. So how the JDs can look like for the grant writing intern or the marketing intern for making social impacts.
And yeah, I think that wraps up our presentation. Thank you.